Oh, hello. My name is Walter Brady Finney, but please just call me Jack. I was born on October 2nd, 1911. I am the author of Contents of a Dead Man's Pocket. Throughout my career, I wrote over 50 books and a number of short stories. Oh, hello. Thank you, Mossy.
Oh, jeez.
It's okay. I don't mean to spill the tea. But I'll give you a brief description of the characters of Contents of a Dead Man's Pocket. Tom Beck. He is a young and very feminine looking man living on the 11th floor apartment with his wife in New York City. His wife's name is Claire, and she's a nice young woman who just wants to spend quality time with her husband, who spends way too much time with work. But you probably don't want to hear me talk about it. I'm sure you would rather watch it. Enjoy.
Hot in here.
Claire, sure you don't mind going alone?
No. It's just that I hate for you to miss this movie. You wanted to see it too.
Yeah, I know. Gotta get this done though.
You work too much, Tom. Too hard.
You won't mind though, will you? When the money comes rolling in and I'm known as the boy wizard of wholesale groceries?
I guess not. It's just after 7. I can make the beginning of the first feature.
Okay, have a good time.
Bye.
My paper!
He couldn't quite reach the paper he saw scuffling along the wall 11 stories up.
Please go down the street. Who am I kidding? It's not gonna move.
On sudden impulse, he walked to the front closet and took out his old jacket. Fear stirred in his stomach, but he started moving without allowing himself to think. When he finally reached the corner where the paper was stuck, he had to decide how he would pick it up. As he saw the street below him, a violent, instantaneous explosion of absolute terror roared through him.
Oh my god.
It was extremely likely, he knew, that he would faint, slump down along the wall, his face scraping, and then he would drop backward, eventually out into nothing. He knew he had made a mistake, but he didn't look down when he was still at the window.
Oh jeez, I can't do this. I can't do this.
He realized no one would be able to hear him, and because he was in New York, if they did, they wouldn't listen. He decided he had to start moving. He tried keeping his eyes closed to shut out the reality of where he was, but then he got extremely giddy and his eyes shot open.
Woo!
He imagined himself basking in the security of his home.
Oh, I knew it wouldn't work. Help!
The realization suddenly struck him that he might have to wait until Claire gets home, and for a moment the thought was funny.
Never mind how I got here, just open the window.
He suddenly realized that she's never been able to open the window, and she always had to call for him to open it. She would have to get the building superintendent or a neighbor. He could just picture it.
I just wanted a breath of fresh air. 8 minutes? She's only been gone 8 minutes and I already managed to get myself into this much trouble.
He could not possibly stay out there for 4 hours, or anywhere even near it. Quite realistically, he knew he would fall. No one would be able to stay on that ledge for 4 hours. Then he dropped 3 coins in hopes that someone would look up and see him. He realized that if he fell and died, no one would be able to identify him by what he had in his pockets, seeing as he left his ID in the apartment and all he had was the yellow piece of paper.
The contents of a dead man's pocket would be 1 sheet of paper bearing penciled notations. Incomprehensible.
He realized that if he had died now, then nothing would ever change for him. He wished he had spent more time with his wife instead of working all the time.
Contents of a dead man's pocket. A wasted life. I'm simply not going to sit here until I slip and fall.
There was one last thing he could try, and he had been aware of it for some time, but he was now noticing it was his only chance. He could not kneel here, hesitating indefinitely until he lost all courage to act, waiting until he slipped off the ledge.
Claire!
Without waiting another moment, he went to go find his wife. He turned to pull the door closed and saw the paper flick right back out the window. A violent instantaneous explosion of absolute terror. The strength draining from his body like leaves. On the wall, his face scraping, he dropped backward, a lump weight out from nothing. And to save his life down on the wall, his face scraping, and then dropped backward, a lump weight out of his feet. He's trying to hold back.
Hold on,
despair.
when you. Hold on, I blinked and my mascara is gonna. Ma!
Okay. No, what the fuck?
What? Are we going? Wait. Come back. Pennywise? Oh, that hurt significantly. I'm simply not.
Wait,
going
I
to-
didn't.
I'm simply not going. I shone on the. It's getting lit. It's still getting lit.
Scraping, and then he dropped backward, a lump weight out into nothing.
Oh, that hurt.
It's just after 7. Stop it!